I definitely don't think he elevated Drew McIntyre. If anything, he just helps contribute to the plummet of Drew McIntyre as a star.
He ruined Drew McIntyre. That's one thing I'll stand by, Kevin. That infamous promo, you will always be number two. You are not a number one. I'm better than you, and everyone knows it. I don't watch Raw. You're on it. I don't care. That destroyed Drew McIntyre, and then Reigns beating him in his own home nation. How they did that, and it's just like Drew McIntyre's never been the same. He never will be. So you look at
As we're
that.
speaking about this out loud, let me say this, I don't mean to cut you off. But as we're speaking about this out loud, I see the similarities more and more with the Reign of Terror and with Roman 1000. And people will argue in like 10 years' time, they're gonna be like, "Look, Roman buried Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre would have been a bigger star. I can see it now. I'm manifesting. I can see it 10 years into the future, where people are gonna be really pissed about that, and it's gonna be looked upon as like Roman held down these guys that were not true stars. But here's the caveat, and here's really where the two reigns differ. When Triple H was running wild in the Reign of Terror time frame, there were guys on the roster that were legitimate top guys.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately, you had Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
a certified first ballot Hall of Famer. You had Edge, you had Randy Orton, you had Batista, you had Shawn, you had Chris Benoit, and this was just the Raw roster. I'm not even talking SmackDown. You had Eddie Guerrero, you had John Cena on the other side. You had all these guys, RVD, Booker T. All these guys are Hall of Fame talent. Roman is not playing with the same talent field. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Seth Rollins maybe is probably the biggest star that faced Roman one-on-one, aside from, the certified legends like Cena and Edge and those guys.
Yeah.
We've been there, done that with Rollins. So Roman beating Rollins is what it is. Drew McIntyre, people are going to say that Drew McIntyre was a bigger star and a bigger deal than he was. People are going to say that in 10 years hindsight. In reality, Drew McIntyre was a mid-card for life guy, and then a bottom of the card guy that got future endeavored, took steroids, came back, and then Vince just wanted to be right about determining him as his guy. Vince wanted to be right so bad that Vince was like, "I'm going to make you a champion by any means necessary." So Drew McIntyre in reality is not as good as we as wrestling fans perceive him to be. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm calling it like it is.
Kevin Cook. Oh.
So the talent that Triple H had around him, and that's what makes this reign of Triple H so frowned upon, is because the people that there was like legitimate talent that they were just like, "Oh no, Triple H is the only guy because he's a WWE guy." These guys, they're from WCW, they're from ECW. They're not top guys. So then it was another thing too, being petty. It was like, "Oh, we gotta have Randy Orton beat Triple H. Oh, damn it. Yeah, gotta have the youngest champion. Can't be Brock." I don't know. I mean, for me, it's Randy Orton beat Benoit, but whatever. For me, it comes down to the fact that Roman is the top guy. Roman is I don't want to say the only surefire Hall of Famer, because there's a few other guys that are currently on the roster right now. But Roman is like the biggest star, and there's a huge gap between everybody else. And Rollins is here. Rollins is like right there. Cody's not even on that list because Cody went to AEW and got hot. Cody didn't get hot in WWE. Cody was around for 10 years and couldn't get anything to stick. Seth Rollins is the only guy, the WWE homegrown guy, that's right here, right below Roman. And we've seen it already with Rollins. And we're going to see it again. We'll see how his title reign plays out.
I must say, though, that Drew McIntyre, that was the most scathingly honest, real assessment of Drew McIntyre I've ever heard. So I just want to give some credit there. Really, I think when you look at this Roman 1000 and what will probably